So the part two to thinking about politics differently is the main thing, not allowing our preferences of political figures to divide us. Um, when you think about it, it's a little bit elementary in that, you know, it's back to the days where, you like her. Well, I don't like you because you like her and I don't think you should like her. And yeah, I know you can have maybe insightful thoughts on, well, that's interesting that that person might like and support them. But, you know, when you also think about it, we want the best for people to learn to be able to change and grow where they're at. And maybe they see something, you know, in them. And again, there's a lot of amazing people out there that have sides to them that are really shady, and then there's a lot of people out there that might be shady, but man, they have a lot of untapped potential, or they really have this good side. And as people who proclaim that we love God, it's so important to have that kind of outlook of, I believe that they could be like this. And the main thing is even without having to pour that kind of thought and energy into thinking that, like, you don't even really have to. The main thing is are you letting that come between you and a real relationship of someone that you know, someone that's actually in your life? And, you know, with what I was referring to before in making an impact, it's not all about the, you know, oh, well, I did this event and it made a difference and there were all kinds of people that were involved. No, it's more of a life walk, because a life walk is relational in knowing people. And when we allow things to divide us and tear us apart, then that bond and that relationship is broken. It's broken down. Communication is broken down. And when that happens, you don't come together to make a difference in an area that you're both similarly passionate about. And we just aren't able to come together to do these things. And just think, allowing yourself to have that kind of view of each other because of a third party person that's not really there can divide people for a lifetime. And just think of everything that aside, the things that they could have done together. And so just straight across the board, it's a passion of mine for us to be able to think beyond that, think about politics differently, because we're thinking about each other, not each other's thoughts about someone else. And so I just thought it would be good to face the awkward and talk about it. And I'd love to know your thoughts on it. And I know it can be tough. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm a pretty opinionated person. I'm a spitfire. I've had to hold back a lot before, and I've had to learn where I should be held back more. We all are. And that is just something that I thought would be good for all of us to think about, on thinking about politics differently and one another, and just what are we allowing to, you know, rule our minds and thoughts and dictate our actions, and is it crippling us from making a difference and an impact in other people's lives who actually need you and need you together with these other people? Or are we allowing these opinions and thoughts to divide us?